Alright guys, so I'm just recording. This is the same day as the all the other episodes. I'm just continuing. So what is our objective? Look at the pin board and then talk to Boyd. Okay, let me look at the pin board. Ooh, here. James Moore, date of birth 1790-1202. Place of birth FEMA Sector 6. Civil status married to Evelyn Moore since 1820-02. Okay. Place of residence FEMA Sector 2. Career junior security professional for Behmel Security Agency, famous. 1814, 1822, 1822 to present, senior security professional for Cox Security Services, Gara. Criminal record, 1824, fine for bodily harm, 1826, fine for attempted theft, 1831, 6 months in prison for transporting illegal substances, cyber implants, calms brain enhancement, resistance against mind-altering drugs, extended field of view. Oh, these are cool augmentations. Calms reaction augment, shortened reaction time, increase hand-eye coordination. Whoa, I need that. Evelyn Moore, date of birth 1801-0820, place of birth FEMA Sector 6, civil status married to James Moore. Okay, place of residence FEMA Sector 6, 1822 to present, Gara. Wait. Career 1818 to 1825, mining professional for Milex mining complex Hope on FEMA's. Oh, okay, so she's the one. Yeah, she wasn't looking so good, like you see here. So she's the one with the lung disease, I think. Criminal record 1824, fined for petty larceny. Okay. Bank statement for James Moore. Okay. Alright. Herman's Bar, Miscellaneous, Driscoll Grocery Store, Vival. Okay. Payment, Vival Pharmaceutics, subscription number. Ooh, rejected, insufficient funds in account. Charge back. Emmy's Baby Depot pregnancy test. Oh, is Evelyn pregnant? Cox Security Services. 10,000 GHD. It's huge. Because the ones that he gets from salary April 6. Why the big discrepancy here? Charge back. Huh. Okay. Let's talk to Boyd. Wait. Long time no see. Boyd. Still not the talkative type, huh? Did I turn off the camera? I think I did. Or Neil did. Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. I turned off the camera so we can talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night your friend Zora came to my home to talk to me. But don't get your hopes up. It's about money, not your freedom. She gave a message for you. I can arrest Zora anytime. Please help me free my daughter. Oof. She gave me a message for you? What message? I'll tell you if you help me with Laura. If you're bullshitting me, I'm not. What exactly do you want me to do? Looks like I'm pretty much locked up in here. Who are those guys that you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't give you any details. We're mercenaries. That's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? I have no clue. We have a bunch of hideouts in the city and the whole solar system. Oh wow. okay? But I don't think they could have taken her out of the off planet. I don't even know all of them. In the whole, that's a pretty huge organization you're part of. We're not just some thugs, we're professionals. You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Why are they blackmailing you? The people who asked you to shoot Banny won't pay them because we prevented the handover. Now they want me to help them to get the data back. I see. You said you had a message for me. The moon rises in the south. The fat guy I met at Joru's Plaza was pretty sure he got his assignment from someone in the Thailandian business. You mean Gonzalez? The man you brought the storage module? Okay, what does the moon rises on the south mean? Because he is suddenly very talkative. Huh. If that's his name, maybe that'll help you somehow. Thanks for letting me know. Could you tell Sora that the sun sleeps in the north? What are you? What is this? Okay, I will. What is with this riddle? Okay. The sun sleeps in the north, the moon rises. Okay. Okay, I'll tell her. Good luck with your daughter. Aw, I don't know, I'm feeling very emotional right now. I don't know why. I don't know why. Is it the hormones? Okay, where do I go? Talk to Cox. Cox. Where are you, Cox? Is he here? Okay, he's here. Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Did I turn the camera back on the other interrogation room because they might suspect me? Cox, I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you are a savant, an atheist, or an enlightened, a savant. And you grew up on... Oh shoot! Where did he grow up on? Jovia? Jovia, it doesn't make sense that you'd support an anti-Savian terror group. 25 years ago, you moved to... Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot. I didn't know that I'm supposed to be prepared for this. Gara? Gara, why? Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself and your fellow Garians? You consider Jovians your enemy and Savians backwards radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Garian or a Jovian, you hire the Garian. All the missions we ever get come from Jovia. Why haven't you gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for their companies here on Yara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at Sector 2. Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up and all. You know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Okay, submit the sheet. How do I submit the sheet? Moore's motive. His sick wife. How about this one? Okay. The data. What's this? The data about the blank that took place on... What? Okay. His sick wife. Talk to Gary. Let's talk to Gary. Dun, 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 dun. Conrad, I just read your sheet on Moore. Looks like a motive can be established. He should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. Roger that. See you there. Can I go back to the to Cox Security because I missed some clues there? Did I though? Hmm. Anyway, let's just go to the train for now. Sometimes I feel like I don't have. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels.
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
Getting a lot of realizations there, huh, buddy? Okay, so I can't go into Cox Securities anymore. Hopefully we get another opportunity to go in there. Hello there. I just walked in without knocking. Hello, Mrs. Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. So you're still after my husband? I told you he's on vacation on Femus. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners at all spaceports on Gara and Femus. He never left the planet. You must have overlooked something. Listen. I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of the big fish? James isn't one of them. I think you're underestimating your husband. He might be about to make a grave mistake. Did you see the Liberator's video yesterday? Was hard to miss, yeah. We have reason to believe that your husband is affiliated with them. Seriously, that's what you came up with? He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his league. We did some research and it seems like your husband has a strong motive. Your husband is being paid for the attack, and he needs the money for your medication. It's true that I suffer from a lung condition, but we've always managed. If he carries out this attack and we catch him, he goes to prison for life. If we get him before, the sentence will be significantly less severe. Did you also find out how I got my condition? I was a miner at Milex Mining on Femus. Turned out that I was inhaling harmful gases for months every day. The bosses knew about it, but the money was too good. Hundreds of people's lungs were irreversibly damaged. And you know what? Milex got away with it. They were cleared of all charges. No compensation at all. We have to pay for our own medicine ourselves. Why are you going after my husband and not after people like them? I'm really sorry that happened to you, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. What we can do is stop your husband from doing something really stupid. We have reason to believe that he is involved in an imminent terror attack. If there is anything you didn't tell me, I need to know right now. What happens if you're right and you catch him? He would probably go to prison for a few years, but it would be much worse if we caught him after the fact. I saw a message on his phone before he left. It was a booking confirmation from a hotel, but it wasn't on Femus. It was the Korean hotel here on Gara. I thought he might be cheating on me. He booked it until tomorrow. Korean hotel, okay. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. You've been very helpful. Promise me he won't get hurt. I He's an idiot, but he's a good guy. Please, I need him. I promise to do my best. I promise I'll do my best to protect him. Listen, I'm pregnant. I figured, okay? If he's about to do something stupid, remind him of our unborn son. That will make him consider his decisions. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I will. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna cry. I don't. Why are my tear ducts loose?
The Corian Hotel. I didn't even need to look that up. It was directly next to the Grand Church at Corian Square, one of the most important houses of prayer for Savians here on Gara. It probably would be crowded with believers and tourists tomorrow morning. No doubt it was the Liberator's next target. The rush of making progress in the case only lasted a few moments, until I realized that now I had to make a tough decision. If I told Zora about the target, I couldn't tell the CDI, and vice versa.
What? You're making me do this? You're making me decide this. Why? Okay. So, why is he smoking? Oh, shit. Okay. Hey. Neil and I had the same reaction, okay. Neil said, "You startled me. What do you want?" "Check in with how your investigation is going, but not here. Too crowded. Follow me." "Come, I know a spot." She surprised me. This is better. The hell are you doing here? Are you following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client? Or what they're planning to do next? On our client? Shoot. Yes. I need to save my daughter. I might know where the next attack is taking place. Good. Where is it? I can't just tell you that. Well, and I can't protect your daughter if you won't work with us. You need to tell us where and when the attack is taking place. We'd like to have a chat with the people carrying it out, but there can't be any CDI at the scene. Are you saying your people will prevent the attack? We'll take with us the people who are trying to carry it out. People's lives are at stake here. The CDI needs to intercept the attack. Laura's life is certainly at stake. What are you planning on doing with the attackers? What will happen to them? We will ask them who they are working for. You just ask them and let them go? Don't worry about that. We won't let them go through with their plans. Oh my god, okay. Tell her. I suspect there will be an attack at the Grand Church at Corian Square tomorrow morning. Is that the truth? It's what I think is the truth. Good, thank you. Remember not to tell anyone at the CDI. I did what you asked. Are you letting Laura go now? Not yet. Let's wait to see how things play out tomorrow. You want a beer? Refuse. A beer? Are you out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. Did you deliver my message? I did. What did he say? He said the sun sleeps in the north. Okay, thank you. What does it mean? Is it a code? Is it code for something? No, it's from when we were kids. I've known him for a long time. You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good, or ever have been, but I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. How can you? Then get her out of there, please. My boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If all goes well tomorrow and the guy talks, we might get everything we need. Well, that's not in my hands if the guys talk or not. What? If we can't get to the client that way, we'll have to get the data after all. In that case, you'll have to help us with the hack. The back door was set up successfully from your cell. Let's hope we won't have to use it. I have to admit, that was pretty ballsy of you to protect your partner like that. You could even call it selfless. I don't think there's such a thing. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you do for your own good. Wait, I'm confused because when Laura called me, I said that I will do what they ask. So I figured that I'm gonna be giving Gary's credentials instead of mine, right? Okay, I'm confused. Okay, I need to. You do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes a few layers removed, but in the end, it's all selfishness with extra steps. I agree or disagree? I disagree. This is just a convenient way to justify the fucked up things you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even if you don't like the thought of harming Laura... But even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You will have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll let you know tomorrow how it went. Enter the train. Okay, this is stressful. Harbor spot from Ed. Okay, hello. Hello, this is Ed, the guy from the harbor. Wanted to thank you again for buying me my spot back. Had a beer in the Red Herring tonight with my friends Fred and Quinn. I'll buy you one too if you're ever at the harbor, Ed. It's good to do good things for people. Even if it costs $500. What do I do? Conrad, how did it go? Any news from Moore's wife? No, not really. If Moore is behind all this, then she doesn't know about it. Fuck. The attack's going down tomorrow morning and we still have no clue what it's going to be. How is it possible that we don't get a grip on those fuckers? Looks like the only thing we can do is ramp up security all over Gara and hope that they won't go through with their attack. Go home and get some sleep. Talk to you later. Can I go back to... I need to go in there. I can't. Hello?
I felt like shit for letting Zora and her accomplices intercept the attack. There were so many ways this could go wrong. I didn't want them to take more, or worse yet, somehow miss him and let the attack happen. Don't get me wrong, I didn't regret telling Zora what I knew to protect Laura, but endangering the lives of innocent people wasn't an acceptable trade-off. I couldn't tell the CDI, or even call in an anonymous tip with the police, because the chance was too high that Zora would suspect me. There was no other way. If I wanted to make sure things didn't go south, I had to go to the church myself. I left in the middle of the night, hoping it wasn't already too late.
Yeah, that was a really hard decision to make. But you know what happens? Most of the time, fathers in action movies really go after their daughters, no matter what cost.
I will find you. And I will kill you.
Where am I going? Where is this? Where is the church? Good evening, sir. Is this place open? Guard, Evening. Sorry, but the temple is closed until 6 in the morning. Could you let me in for just a second? It would be very important to me. I won't touch anything. Sorry, but what is this about? We had to increase security ever since that video came out. These are scary times for us Savians. Someone sprayed "fuck Savians" on one of the temple walls last night. Please, this is urgent or lie. I lost something during the evening ritual. I lost something during the evening ritual? Listen, I lost something during the evening ritual and I need it back for my morning practice. Can I go in and get it real quick? What exactly? My sacred ring, my incense sticks, or my bawas? Oh, it actually helped, knowing it. My bawas. I see. I forget mine all the time. Happens easily because they're not part of the final meditation. Do you know where you left them? Yeah, I think so. Fine, go grab them. Please make it quick and don't tell anybody. Thank you, sir. Didn't the guard hear him draw his gun? Because that was very aggressive. That was an aggressive draw of the gun. Find more. Wait. Okay. Okay, not here. I think is here. Alright. Oh, there he is. Mr. Moore, this is the CDI. Hands in the air right now. Step away from the device.
Bonk.
Oh, no. They're here. Listen carefully. They'll shoot you if you don't cooperate, okay? Moore, what the
Bonk.
f are you on about? What's going on here? Mr. Moore, I'm CDI. You have to trust me. Tell them whatever they... I didn't do anything, okay? I'm just following orders from my boss. Tell them that. Tell who? The people walking up the stairs right now. Tell them the truth if you want to live. If we're lucky, they won't take you away. Neil, what the hell are you doing here? Don't shoot. Stand down, all of you. Who the f is that, Zora? That's our mole. Ignore him. Go get the other guy and make sure we don't blow up. Zora, Mr. Moore, you're coming with us. Neil, what is this about? I hope this isn't some kind of trap because if it is, Laura's dead. Moore, what the? Who are you? Leave me alone. Neil, it's not a trap. I'm here alone. Where are you taking him? That's none of your business. We had a deal. Moore's just a pawn in this. Listen, I think that Moore's just a pawn in this. There are bigger fish in the background. They are the ones we should be having a closer look at. Okay, have a closer look at them then. So you're leaving Moore alone? No. No, please, I didn't do anything. Let me take him in. He deserves a fair trial. What are you talking about? Zora, we need to run. Sorry, Neil, we have to make sure you won't follow us. Oh, but okay. That happened.
When I came to, my head and my shoulder hurt, and I was cold. I remember feeling relief when I realized I was still in the church and not tied up in the back of a van. Everybody else was gone without a trace, except for the bomb. I approached it carefully, but quickly realized it was disabled, or had never been fully assembled in the first place. I knelt down to examine the explosives, looking for clues pointing me to their origin. If Young had been there, she could have run a full analysis. Lucky for me, the explosives were clearly identifiable from their shape and labeling alone. These were Cineon sticks, used in chamber blasting. Nobody had access to those outside of the mining industry. I stepped back, satisfied for a moment. Then the rest of reality came crashing down on me. What would Zora's boss do when he heard that I was here? What were they planning on doing with more? And fuck, what about the guard?
Okay, so what do? The explosive are disarmed.
I hadn't heard him resist the intruders, so that was a good sign. My heart started racing while I quietly went back down the stairs.
Okay, this kind of bomb is used in the mining industry. Okay, mining industry. So Milex or Dyson Enterprises. I'm not allowed to... I don't have anything else to do with it? Okay. Are we sure? Clues. Just check. This is really bugging me. I hope the guard is okay. Oh, the guard is here. Sir, are you okay? What is going on here? I wanted to check what took you so long, and then I saw a bunch of people with guns walk in. I hid between the benches, and they either didn't see me or didn't care about me. Yeah, I saw them. I hid in the attic. What did they do up there? They took a look around and left again. Maybe they were looters, hoping to find something valuable. But there's nothing valuable here. Don't they know that Savians don't care about worldly possessions? I'll call the police. Good call. I can't stick around or my wife will start to worry about me. Wait, the police will want to take your testimony. Sorry, I really don't want to have be implicated in that kind of stuff. Okay. Please don't mention I was here at all. It was just a matter of wrong time, wrong place. But, good night, sir. Bye. Bye. Wait, let me just check the stairs over there. Just want to see what's going on there. If there's something worth seeing. Nothing. Okay. Huh? Sadiots? What the hell? Savians. Not welcome. Okay. Oh my gosh. Pretty intense. Okay. Okay, so this is not as short as I believed it to be. Oh, there's a cat as well. Hey, did you know the other cat in the health nut store? Achievement locked. Crisis averted and Korean church. Okay. What do we do now? Talk to cat, optional, or go to sleep. Of course I'm gonna talk to cat. Hey cat. Neil, anything new? No. Shit, I'm I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never planned on letting her go? I've talked to them. They assured me they're only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what, if we don't have her back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask CDI for help. Okay. Yeah, okay. That sounds good. Hey, Neil? I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I kind of missed talking to you these last few years. I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. I just couldn't. It hurt. I know how selfish that sounds, and it is. It sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always asked you to take care of Laura more, but sometimes I felt like doing it myself was easier than seeing you again and again. Hug her, of course. Aww. Aww. I'll get home and catch some sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. Objective updated? Okay, let's go to sleep then. We have new news. Okay, got a call. Hey Saito, what is it? Hey Neil, I have good news. Our IT department finally managed to retrieve some of the data Cox was trying to destroy. Most of it are bills and contracts that aren't important for our case. Still pretty illegal though. But they also found a message that caught my eye. Like the one to Gonzalez, it was sent via the Mercurius network. Pretty sure it comes from whoever is behind the Liberators. I'll forward it to your cell. Good work, Saito. I'll have a look at it tomorrow morning. Need to catch some sleep first. Sounds like we're finally making headway in our investigation. See you tomorrow. Just track. Escalation on Drovia. Okay, let me read this. Escalation on Drovia, Garian Daily, article by Laura Nguyen, dated 1840-0506. In the aftermath of Banny's death and the shocking announcement broadcast by his murderers, the situation on Drovia has come to a head. Large demonstrations and some violent clashes with security, some of which were allegedly instigated by Savient Front members, have rocked the colony over the past 24 hours. Multiple stores, most of them Garian-owned, have been demolished and looted. Protesters were holding signs demanding Drovian self-governance. Others warned of repercussions for Garian murderers. In a statement this afternoon, Prime Minister Marav ordered the protesters to refrain from violence, but also assured them that Guerra would see severe consequences for what transpired. Meanwhile, Garian Savient Council urged President Robertson to do everything in his power to prevent any further attacks and anything else that could escalate the situation. Savians on Guerra are fearing for their lives, their spokesman Ivan Broker said. We have heard many reports of people staying home instead of going to school or work because they are terrified. Guerra's authorities and terrorism experts seem baffled by the Liberators' sudden emergence. They came out of nowhere, says Professor Melissa Waylard, expert on political extremism at Melena's University. They did not emerge from an existing known movement, which is very rare and frankly strange. Well, that happens when there's a lot of injustice happening. Forward, our cooperation. Albert, it's been a while since we last talked. I hope you're doing well. First, I'd like to thank you for the good work over the years. I'm glad that the fellow Drovian is taking care of securing our Tylanium transport on Guerra. Okay. Second, I have a proposal to make. Since our cooperation has been going so well, I thought we could extend it a little. I could use your help with an operation I've been planning for a few years now. It doesn't come without risk, but I can assure you that the payment will be good, and even more importantly, that the mission promises a bright future for both our companies and revenge for what happened to your parents. Let me know if you're interested. Yours, A. A. Abbott? Abbott Dyson? Dyson Enterprises, I think. One second. Logs. The break-in. CEOs. The CEOs, right? Here. Yeah, Abbott Dyson. Huh. Could be. It's probable. Too obvious, though.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really, really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
You still are in... There's still a possibility of that happening. What's this? There you are. Zora, what is it this time? I'm here to tell you that my boss is happy with how things went. Apart from you showing up unannounced. Don't pull something like that again, okay? What did you do to Moore? That's none of your business. Tell me, I gave him to you. We just talked to him, but it looks like he doesn't know much. He says his boss ordered him to do it. And he doesn't know who's behind all of it. We'll have to rely on that back door to the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now. But we need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack, but it will only work if we have someone who is physically at a CDI computer at the time. A new user named 4x458 will pop up and request admin privileges that you will have to grant. Zora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't even know if my account can do that. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess you'll have to ask a system administrator to help you out. How do you think that'll go? Hey IT, could you help me invite some hackers into our network? Isn't there someone on your team you can ask? Someone who will believe you if you tell them you're doing the right thing? You know you're talking about Saito. I can't. What if he says no? That's for you to figure out. You're a good talker. Force him if you have to. Once we're in, we won't have much time until we're kicked from the system automatically. We'll have mere seconds to navigate the right folder. In order to make it in time, we need to have an idea where to find the data, for which in turn, we'll have to know what that data is about, and that's your job to find out. How is that sheet going that I sent you? I'm making progress, but I'm not sure if I have all the information I need. Then hurry up. You'll have to submit it by 1900 so we can start the hack. Okay. I'll call you once you've sent me the sheet. Make sure you're on the CDI computer with your friend to let us in. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us at 11 tonight. I'm sending you the coordinates of our meeting spot. It's a bit further out, so make sure to be on your way in time. If we get the data tonight, I promise you'll have Laura back tomorrow. It will be the last thing we ask of you. How am I supposed to believe you let Laura go? You can't know. You'll have to take my word for it. If I drag Saito into it and he tells anyone, I lose my job. I'll probably go to prison. Throw me a bone. I need to know she'll be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take a young life. It isn't up to me. You keep saying that, but isn't it really? Do you have zero control over what happens? If you can do something, please tell me it isn't all the same to you if she lives or dies. Do what I say and she'll live, okay? But what if things go south? If Saito won't help me? If we don't have the right folder? You keep dodging the question. Tell me a human life has some value to you. It would end at some point anyway. Oh, give me a break. Everything is so easy if nothing means anything. Like you care about human life. What did you think would happen if you left more to us? Was I supposed to put my daughter in harm's way instead? Whatever. Your badge and gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There's only one person whose death I'm directly responsible for. And you know what? It fucks me up. It's been years and it still fucks me up. Is that so? I was chasing down a perp in a car, lost control and crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot, so quickly she couldn't feel any pain or fear. It's what they said to me. And they didn't put you away for it? No. No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world is better off without her. Are you trying to console me? Are you trying to console me? No, it's just a statistical fact. Wouldn't you agree that the world would be better off without most people in it? I agree, or human life has inherent value. What does inherent mean? Inherent, okay, well, I've said what I came here to say. You know what needs to be done. Zora. And she's out. What's this? What's this? Hey Horace, how's it going? Let's feed him. You haven't eaten in a while. I've been very busy, my dear. Okay, which sheet did she gave me though? This one, the data is about... How do I find out about it though? Go to sleep. I need to go to sleep.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Alright, just give me a minute. I'm just eating. Okay. Mining company. Yeah, Dan Kim, Abbott Dyson. Alright. So it's Abbott then. Dyson. They're based on Strovia, right? Titanium. Second. Okay. Yeah. Dyson from Jovia Mining, Thailandium. Alright. Whatever.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him, but maybe we could have a chat first, just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Oh, okay. So that's why I'm not going out. Hello? Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad, how can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. Louisville. Did I make the right decision? Was that the right answer? Breakfast. Liam Campbell. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be here for another hour or two. Okay, I have two choices. Talk to the chief or enter the train. I need to go. I need to talk to the chief. I have a feeling that he has something to tell me. And oh, by the way, now we solved the mystery of Neil's thing towards cars. So that's why he doesn't like riding cars anymore. Well, that is a traumatic event though. Okay, now we have access here. Good. Hello. Morning, Chief. Morning, Conrad. It's Campbell now. Right. You wanted to talk to me? I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay, you have my word. You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You find out that the sniper shot at Banny from the Sakura Hotel. That the sniper shot at Banny. Okay. Sorry. You found out that the sniper shot at Banny from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. Well, thank you. You identify the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. You found the sniper's boat in the harbor. That helped us track him down and retrace his escape. You figured out what Banny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate in Joris Plaza. And you determined who had started the Liberators video at Oddspot. That's why we could go after Moore and Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? You question just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. But that can also make your life harder if you want to climb the ranks at the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what it is they're trying to hide, but the data they're so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who is hiding something? The AG for sure. Maybe just her. I think something happened back when she was director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database, some unauthorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you're trying to do, I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I had in a while. Thank you for meeting me. Well, it did help that I used my credentials instead of Gary's because the chief trusted me and he helped me out. He covered for me. Okay, let's enter the train. Can we submit the sheet or I need further? Oh, okay. Can't submit it yet. Excuse me.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
I'm sorry, but what's the point of telling me that I could help Neil quit smoking if he smokes when if he smokes of his own will? I don't know, I was just interested as to the mechanics of the smoking, so that's why it's a huge thing for me. Can you hear? By the way, can you hear me chewing even though I'm trying to be as far away from the mic as I can when I'm eating? Neil, Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get this straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you are part or even that you are a part of or even all of the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny and to steal some data from the chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberator's message and to bomb Corian Church. If there is anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. If you are so sure of all of that, why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Saviant from Jovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Jovian independence. I do support Jovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Yara forces us to hand over all the fruit of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Saviant, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I've provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors has never been stronger. So you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to the Saviant revolution. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where a secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And the war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Joran will take our side, if any. You know, I'm really not buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want. It doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting you bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on. Did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also caused thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Savians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Gara cited a charter that it had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backward Savians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Well, I actually know about it from the beginning. Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. A Savian colony and the biggest Tylanium source in the system, free to trade with New Joran. Losing the Tylanium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who? Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites, and of course the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Amelia Thorne. She was director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died and lost someone in the incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have to stay quiet for it to stay secret for so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired by now except Miss Thorne, but some people must know. There are records of it. Ooh, Gary? Wait, Gary? Really? They will see the light of the day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson, I won't arrest you if you pay them now. I have to arrest you or you can go. Shoot. I have to arrest you? That's all I needed to hear. Please put your hands out so I can cuff you. It doesn't make much of a difference to me if you arrest me. I might have to do some time, but I have the best lawyers in the system. What I care about is the data becomes public. Get it, and the mercenary will be paid. Once they send it over, it will get leaked even if I am in prison. I have people making sure of that. It doesn't matter what you care about. I want my daughter back. Pay them. Now. I would consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. What? I see. You are under arrest or you can go. You can go? So you see that I'm doing what's right? I'm surprised. Not quite. No more people can get harmed over this. The Liberators will never make another appearance. We have a deal. And you have to answer a few more questions. Tell me, what do you know about Laura's abductors? What is Cox's role in all this? That's all. What do you know about Laura's abductors? Not too much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries and they run big operations in the whole solar system. If you want a higher profile job done, you go to them. Where is their HQ and where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in public places or they come to you. I see. Tell me, what is Cox's role in all of this? Why does Cox help you? I imagine bombing a church isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. Their company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions. Some people put the blame for the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Yara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. That's all for now. I'll have to get out at the next stop. Remember what I said. If one other person gets harmed, you'll be screwed. I don't know why I chose to let him go. Naivety, I guess. I think we're nearing the end, my peeps. Maybe. Kind of leaning away, and then I pushed my microphone and then leaned away because I was eating. Hello, Mrs. Moore. This is Evelyn Moore. Did you find my husband? What is it? Did something happen to him? He didn't turn up. So I was right, wasn't I? He's not working with the Liberators after all. We're looking into it. What's that supposed to mean? Did you find him at Corian Hotel or not? Now is not a good time, okay? You promised to protect James if something happens to him. Please, our son needs a father. Let's talk about it later. Oh boy. I think I screwed up that one. Okay. Where am I going? Oh, Gary. I don't trust you, Gary, by the way. This is what now it's feeling very film noir because of the cynical atmosphere. I can really feel it now. Very heavy. Gary, hey. We still don't know who is behind the fucking Liberators. Yeah. And we don't have any clue when and where that second attack is going down either. I'm starting to get nervous. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We'll go over everything later. Roger that.
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberator's case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Oh boy. Okay. Submit the sheet. That's what I'm gonna do. By the way, Neil, you need to stop smoking. You said that you want to quit. I'm helping you, but you're still smoking. Well, it is a stressful time, so okay, fine. I'll forgive you. Okay, you're still around. Fine, I'll submit the sheet. The data is about the Sector 2 incident that took place in 1800 on Drovia. What? Drovia, yeah. Drovia Sector 2. Okay, yeah, I remember. I was remembering the introductory screen earlier. Okay. Hey, Saito. Neil, hey, you're working late. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about. Of course, what's the matter? Saito, I'm sorry. Sorry? For what? Is everything alright? No, it's not. My daughter. Laura was abducted, and the people who took her want something from me. I need your help to get it for them. What? Laura was abducted? When? By whom? By a group of mercenaries. Shit, I'm so sorry, Neil. What's the CDI's plan of action? The CDI? What do you think those people would do if I told the CDI about it? Wait, you didn't tell anyone else at the CDI? No. Look, we don't have much time. The mercenaries want me to help them get the data back that they stole from the chief. They managed to create a backdoor to the CDI network. They can briefly alter the access rights to the folder they want from the CDI database, but they won't be able to retrieve it. That can only be done from a local computer. That's where you come in. You're a sysadmin, right? You have to grant their request for access to a specific folder you're not usually able to see. They'll pull all the data from that folder to your local drive, put it on a stick, and give it to me. They made it clear it was not to be sent over the web. Okay, listen, Holy fuck. Okay, I'll bring them the data and then I'll get Laura back. Neil, you realize that you can't trust people, that you can't trust those people, right? Why are you so convinced that they'll hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher-ups at the CDI for help. I don't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI would be able to track them down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes. If I don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her. I have an idea. Once they open up the folder thereafter, I might be able to locate the source of the back door. We'll explain to the others what's going on and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. You'll have Laura back before they find out that we never went through with the hack. If we do it that way, do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder? We won't need it, but if you can't trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing. Fine, I'll accept the data transfer either way. I'll delete it if I'm able to trace the hack. No, I'll hand them the data as planned, or okay, let's tell the CDI. I'll hand them the data as planned. No, that's too risky. I'll hand them the data as planned. They expect me in an hour. Please, Neil, come to your senses. Those are criminals. You can't work with them. I'm not so sure anymore who the bigger criminal here is. What are you talking about? You know what? Do what you think is best, but I won't be a part of it. Please don't make it complicated, Saito. I really need your help. Okay, let's tell the CDI or... Oh, shit! Okay, this is hard. Threaten Saito with a gun. Sorry, my friend. I really don't want to do this, but you leave me no choice. Tell them it was all me, that I forced you to do it. But I beg you, get me that data. Are you insane? Fine, I'll do it. Put your gun down, for the love of God. What is this data anyway? Why do they want it? I'm not sure. I don't have time to explain. She's calling. Hey Neil, I got your sheet. All ready on your end? Yeah, we're ready. Good. We're searching that folder now. I'll tell you when you have access. Alright, there we are. You're good to go. Okay, I think Saito's retrieving the data. I got it. Good work. I'll see you at the handover. God damn, Neil. I'm really sorry, Saito. Hand me the stick. And please, give me a little lead before you send them after me. I'd do the same for you. I really enjoyed working with you. Aw, I'm gonna cry. No. Well, there are guards here. Oh, I feel bad for Neil. No. But I want justice for what happened to those people in Julia. Because I already know what happened. It's been bugging me. There's no way that the CDI is gonna help me, you know? I mean, they're gonna help me, but also they're just going to cover the thing up further.
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799 or 1800. Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Garian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Garians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system. My head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either. And some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Gara would send its ships, and New Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telenium, of course, if their side won. Hundreds might die, thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back. I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone. The data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me. My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I almost didn't hear the voice on the other end.
Reporter, this is Adrian Bowley from the Garian Gazette. How can I help you? Hello? Are you there? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. I have information for you. Who is this? I can't tell you. Leak the data or don't... Just leak the data. I am sending you the data package now. Okay, I just have an achievement. Is this the right thing? Okay, is this the right thing? It's flagged and will be quickly picked up and traced by authorities. Your computer might be bricked, but back it up to an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm that you understand what I just said. I understand. Good. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, I'll have to look at it first. Please, I may not have a second chance to send it out. Did you get it all? Yeah, I got it. Okay, it's in your hands now. Am I gonna go to jail? Am I gonna send Neil to jail? Gara Nebula Industrial Park. Okay, I think this is the climax here. Maybe. Way to set the scene, huh? Very desolate here. Where am I going? Am I going to the right direction? Williams, Agent Conrad, welcome to our meeting. Glad you made it. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding the place? No. Where is my daughter? You'll see her in a second. Let's make sure we're on the same page first. You came here alone, unarmed, and without anyone else knowing? Yeah. And you had the stick with the data we demanded on your person. I got what you want. And lastly, once you and your daughter are out of here, you will not tell anyone about what happened. Ever. We won't. Very well. Then we're good to go. If you would follow us down to the basement. The basement? Well, where do you expect, Neil? Ouch, my back. Where is my daughter? Okay, there she is. Dad! Laura, I'm here now. It's going to be alright. Zora, you're up. Give me the stick. I need to check its contents. It's all there. Okay, I just hope that it doesn't show that I actually leaked it to the press first. What the? Everything alright? Yeah, it's just, I can't believe what I'm looking at. But we're good. This was the folder we targeted. Great. Thank you very much for helping us, Agent Conrad. You two are free to go. So that's it? You just let us walk out of here? We had a deal, didn't we? Stay quiet about it and enjoy the rest of your life. I trust you will be true to your word. Zora vouched for you. Which was quite out of character, Zora. Mr. Conrad, if you act up, we'll consider our deal broken and we will find you and your family. I will find you and I will kill you. Thank you, Zora. Good luck, Laura. Let's go home. Oh, baby girl. Oh. Aww. Were you scared? Okay, I'm so tense. Why is he here? Wait, is he gonna do something? Don't turn around, keep walking. It's all going to be alright. You're safe now, okay? I kept up my end of the bargain, and they'll keep up theirs. Are you okay? Are you hurt? It's over. It's all over, Laura. Are you hurt? No. Why is she running? Oh boy. I don't want to hear a gunshot. Please. No gunshot. Can you guys run in a zigzag pattern? Because I'm really freaking out right now. Okay, I was holding my breath the entire time.
And that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Garian history. Abbot Dyson is back on Drovia, and I seem to be the only person outside of the conspiracy who knows about his involvement in the terror attacks. So far, he seems to be staying true to his word and is discontinuing the Liberators. I wonder which one of us looks over their shoulder more often these days. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Gara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it.
Okay. What about you, Neil? happened to you? Are you in jail?
The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Garian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Gyara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Garian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Alfred Cox when she realized who he was. She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy.
Okay, so you weren't tossed into jail?
Lara is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I am free again, as free as I was before, but my life is forever changed. Catherine and I are dating again, however crazy that sounds. Things are so different now. The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Well, good for you, Neil. Good for you.
And finally, Zora. Easily the strangest person I've met in my life. Despite the terrible things she did, I'm grateful for her help when it really counted. I don't know if there is a path of redemption for her, but vouching for me might have been her first step towards it.
She's sexy, by the way.
Late in the evening, the lights are still there, ever unchanging. They shine unaware. The sea is above me, the sea is beneath. The waves that have parted will once again meet. So we stand here.
They should put my name in here and the voice actors as well. Did I do a great job, guys? I know I can be monotonous as well, and I can't really capture the emotions as well.
Don't give a fuck.
But it was fun. It was fun reading everything. So yeah, we have finished the Lacuna series in my channel. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because this is the type of game where you, when you're watching the gameplay, you kind of feel like you're playing as well, because it's more story based, text based, and choice based. So yeah, it feels like you can play along with me. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking around. I am glad that we have finally a completed series for this channel. I enjoyed the game, but there are a few areas that I am not satisfied with. I have questions with, especially in the end, where I have all of that tension built up, and then all of a sudden, poof, epilogue, you know, happy ending, which I'm not at all complaining. I'm happy that Neil and his family are happy, even though he did lose his job, but he does seem a lot happier where he is. So yeah, I might be doing kind of like a video where I put my thoughts about the game in a more collected, organized, and detailed manner. So if you would like to see that type of video from me, do stay tuned in this channel. And yeah, it's my first time that I'll be doing that sort of video. I will do my best, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys on the next video, whatever that will be, and take care out there. Have a good rest of your day, rest of your night. I appreciate you as always, and goodbye.